CRVS stock. Find out how it is showing strength within a longer term bearish trend. So as you can see, the stock is currently up 104.69%. It could be different when you watch this video. So there's some news out there, but it's not exactly that fresh. It's concerning the licenses it has issued to another firm in China and all that. The company has something to do with lymphoma and all that stuff. So amongst other things, that is probably what may be driving the stock right now. As you can see, it's up 105.53%. You can see the volume bars here. This is for the 1 minute live session, and I think the float of the stock is about 42 million, and we have easily passed 140 million shares. So this is one of the most actively traded stock to date, the 17th of September 2021. So let's quickly dive in and see what's going on the daily model. We can see that here we can find the volume. We can see that the volume is 149.412, so it's growing and rising. Yes, can we get a figure from there? We have it there, so we don't need to. We have the volume there. It's indicating 149. So yes, the stock is extending bullishly, extending seriously bullishly. Everything is moving up, but the underlying trend is still very much bearish. This is the daily model, so let's return to the 1 minute model. So yes, but currently now it has just pulled back below its 10-day moving average, just cooled off a bit, below its 10-day moving average. Momentum has also cooled off a bit as well. It's at 70.93. MACD looking bullish, sloping bullishly upwards. RSI is retracing slightly. So yes, obviously the stock has just cooled off a bit, so we have some of those oscillators doing the same thing as well. So let's see if the stock is optionable. It is optionable, yes. So among other things, they will, it's relatively relatively low float and optionable. It will continue. We will, this explains why we are seeing this huge rally. So if you come here to the options, you can buy the stock. You can buy the options for even the stock is trading at, is a penny stock, and it has options. The options will be dirt cheap, by far cheaper than anything you can imagine. So let's quickly have a look and see the prices. The 5 strike, the 250 strike. Can see the prices. You can see what they're trading at. So with this, if you want to buy one, you're looking at $50 to buy one contract. By far more affordable. So you expose yourself to 100 stocks, 100 a potential 100 shares with only $50, and well, indeed, you can also, yes, with only $50. But if you want to buy 100 shares with you need $400. So while the stock is moving up, option traders are pursuing from the options. So yes, it's amongst other things what is behind all of these, the high volatility we are looking at now, the bullish extension. People are buying options, and market makers are also hedging their bets, to make sure their accounts don't get messed up. And then all that, it's a cycle that feeds on itself. So there's a good chance there might be some short squeeze also going on. For every stock there will always be some amount of short positions that may have been issued. So okay, it's indicating here that it's hard to borrow, but even at that, the stocks that may be difficult to borrow for short-term purposes will have hard to borrow indicator. Okay, so it may be hard to borrow, but may not be that hard for more sophisticated investors. So far now, the stock is still trading below its 10-day moving average based on this 1-minute live model. Still trading below that 10-day moving average, but above all the other moving averages. On the daily model, the stock is still obviously the underlying trend, this one, the 50-day the 200-day moving average is still very much bearish, but all the other ones have started to look up. They have all looked up. They are all looking up now. This is the 50-day moving average. You can see it's down, inclining up slightly. This is the 20-day moving average, the 10-day moving average, and now this is the volume weighted average price. So the stock has easily exceeded that. So if you think it's not overvalued, this will indicate to you that it is now overvalued. So let's return to the 1 minute model and see what's going on there. We can't see, okay, this is the volume weighted average price as well. So all of these are indications that it's based on volume. The price of CRVS stock is a bit too high right now. So it has retraced further now, getting some support from the 20-day moving average, but that moving average is still sloping bullishly upwards, and same with the 50 and the 200-day. The 10-day moving average now is now getting bearish, like the stock itself. With time, time has ensured that it begins to slope downwards or curve downwards, and if it continues to move sideways as it has been doing now, that would also be the case with the 20-day moving average, and indeed all the other ones. But right now it's nothing or rather sustaining a gain of about approximately 100%, in this live pre-market session, rather live session of the 17th of September 2021. So things are, yes, it's been a heavy day for the stock. It's one of the heaviest, most heavily traded stock. In the pre-market session, it was the most heavily traded stock. Right now, it will still be one of them up there, So yes, now challenging that 20-day moving average. That 20-day moving average is still indicating bullishness, but the 10-day has since reflected what has occurred, has since reflected the retracement the stock has had. So let's quickly see what's going on with other models. Let's look at the 5-minute model. Okay, for the 5-minute model, the 10-day has also sloped downwards, started getting bearish, and the stock itself is that's not the 10, that's the stock itself, that's the price itself. The 10-day is still sloping bullishly upwards. So that time it hasn't retraced long enough for the 10-day moving average of this 5-minute model to reflect a retracement. So let's look at the 10 minutes. So the 10-minute will definitely reflect, they will all be reflecting bullishness. So that's the 15 minutes, same thing, all indicating that the stock ran up a huge amount of gain. 30 minutes, see that? So we all know that's what's going on. So just be careful out there if you're trading the stock. I know it's still very much a penny stock, but 100% gain, that's a lot in one session. The underlying trend also is still very much bearish. Is there any new? I mean, what are the odds that there will be much more news after today? Well, there's every chance the stock is going to pull back, correct. This is a huge amount of gain it has run up. So let's quickly return to the daily model and see what's going on. So, and also as well, it has a lot of participation. A lot of market participants got involved with the stock today, or are involved in the stock right now. So there's every chance they will take their money off. Especially if they started early. Right now, I think the fact that the stock is still sustaining this sort of gain indicates that more and more people may want to still get involved. More and more market participants are still coming in to see what they can gain from the stock. So things are still looking very active at the moment at this sort of levels, and it's still extending. That means that some market participants are coming back or joining in to see what they can make out of the stock. So yes, the bullishness is still on fire, still extending and growing, They are not leaving yet. They're not going away yet. They're still hanging on to see whether they can make some more money. But there's every chance that towards the end of the session, those who have made or those who haven't made it much may also exit the stock. So this is what you have to bear in mind. And we have seen also the stock does extend and pull back. You can see that here. Here it was reached at 2.81 and retraced. So yes, it does pull back. It has that history. So just bear all of these in mind and know what you're doing. Right now, the momentum is still very much there. Market participants are still joining in to make some money out of the stock. It's a penny stock, and they are also, if they are not doing so here on the stock, they are doing it on the options. And it is when they buy the options, the market makers either have to probably buy the stock itself to hedge their positions. And when they buy them, they don't really, when they're buying the shares, they don't really care what the prices are like. They just need to have a position in the stocks. They just need to have the shares in their books to make sure that things don't fall apart. So it doesn't matter what it is the price is. So amongst other things, this could also be why the stock has continued to extend and sustain this triple digit gains it has right now. We saw it retrace to 99% and some fraction, but also moved up again. So there's every chance that there's, amongst other things, market makers trying to hedge their books, trying to ensure that their books don't fall apart, given this frenzy that is now associated with CRVS stock. So be careful out there, know what you're doing. Before we exit this movie, before we close this video, let's have a look at the options again. Let's see what's going on here. So let's see the 5 calls. That's the next level we are looking at right now. Okay, printed out that for us. The 750. Let's see the 750. Okay, the 750. Things are a bit quiet here as well. So these options will expire in 6 days. That's next Friday. That's when they're expiring. So what sort of price are we looking at here? So they're much more expensive. Yes, they're really expensive. They're really expensive. See that? 379. These are options. So it tells you that, gives you an idea of what's going on. So let's look at the more further out of money ones, those ones, but there's every chance they will be also expensive as well. Let's go. This is a 15 series, October 15 series. So see what's going on here. Okay, see the prices up there, 475, low of 357. Okay, let's return to I think much of the activity might be on this. Okay, there's even some that will expire today. Look at these ones will expire today. These ones are expiring today at the close of this session. You can see volumes that you can see 150. Okay, that's the shares itself. Volume for this particular $55 strike is 16,835. That's about 1.6 million shares if you have to cover them. So you can see what's going on there. You can see what's going on there. Okay, sorry, the price is at $0.3. So I was reading the price of the share of the stock. Sorry about that. The price, you can see what's going on here, $0.3, quite affordable. So you only need $30 to buy this. So you can see people can easily put their money here and just forget about it. And $30, you can always afford to lose $30. So, but it also forces the as I indicated earlier on, it also forces the market makers to go ahead and sometimes hedge these positions to make sure that their books don't fall apart, you know. So that's pretty much what's going on with CRVS stock. Corvus Pharmaceuticals is now retracing now at 98.67%. It would also present more buying opportunity. It will present a more buying opportunity right now. So it's now not far away from its 50-day moving average. So it's highly attractive, low float, optionable, penny stock, name it. I mean, there's every chance in the session of the 20th of October, this stock will continue to continue to extend. There's every chance, you know. So just be careful out there. We'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.